I'm about to do your Scorpio April 2021 love reading, and in this reading we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Scorpio, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Scorpio April 2021 love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Scorpio tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Scorpio end of April 2021 love reading for today, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. We just had the Two of Cups and the Eight of Swords jump out and show themselves. And I'm going to do that by pulling one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Scorpio, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify all of it with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now keep in mind, as always, that this is not a personal reading, this is a general reading, which means I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. I'm tapping into the collective energy of the group of Scorpio people that I'm supposed to be getting messages for. Now, it's also important to keep in mind during general readings like this that energies can get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross-watchers. So if you're not a Scorpio and you're just watching this reading because you got the hots for a Scorpio and you want to find out what's going on with them, I'm totally cool with that. Just keep in mind, though, that especially for cross-watchers, energies can get flip-flopped and reversed, so you just got to take it as it resonates. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still might want to check your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign videos, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation, and you can find the links to those videos in the description down below. Now, enough talking, let's get on with this Scorpio April 2021 love reading, and let's start by getting one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Scorpio and their romantic person of interest here at the end of April 2021, please. Thank you. Let's get 3 cards for you, Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between the two of them here at the end of April 2021? Let's get 3 cards for Scorpio, please. Let's get one more for Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? Okay. Now let's get 3 cards for your person. What's going on with Scorpio's romantic person of interest as it relates to Scorpio and the connection between the two of them here at the end of April 2021, please. Let's get one more. Okay, thank you. We saw that Two of Cups jump out while I was giving a little preamble there. It's out again, so clearly that was an important card. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Four of Swords. I had to take a double take on that one. The Four of Swords, this is Libra energy. This is about taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It's about choosing to go internal to do some healing about something, to do some thinking about something, and you're thinking about trying to figure out what to do moving forward. So this is the overall energy of the reading. Something's on pause. Somebody's taking a break here, possibly taking a break in this connection, doing some healing. We have the 7 of Coins underneath that. This is also a period of pausing to reflect and take stock of this whole connection, this whole situation you're finding yourself in. It's about taking a look at the seeds that you guys have planted together, trying to decide, is this going to turn into the 10 of Coins that you both really want? Is this worth investing in, continuing to invest in, continuing to dump your time, effort, and energy into? Or is this a spot where maybe it's not going to pan out the way that you want it to, and maybe it's time to cut your losses and move on? So this is that period of you guys pausing to reflect and think about these types of questions. This is Taurus energy, by the way. This is Libra energy. So that's the overall energy of the reading here. Now, this mutual point of interest, this is shared energy between the both of you. So either Scorpio, you've said or done something, and it's got your person thinking, feeling, acting this way. Vice versa, they've said or done something, and you're thinking, feeling, acting this way. More often than not, though, this is mutual energy that both of you are feeling here for some reason. And the mutual point of interest between the two of you is the Page of Swords. Now, pages are messengers, so they represent news and messages. They represent communication. This page is also like an energy of someone who's trying to learn something, trying to study something, trying to figure something out. We've got this Four of Swords right here as the overall energy of the reading. This is like going internal by choice, trying to heal or trying to figure something out. And now here we are with another energy of trying to figure something out. So tell me more about this Page of Swords for the mutual point of interest between Scorpio and their romantic person of interest at the end of April 2021, please. Thank you. All right. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. This is the sword of victory. It's the sword of truth. It's the sword of clarity. This is also the sword you would use to make a decision with. That word decision or decide, the root word, the Latin word those two words come from, literally means to cut off, as in to cut off all other options and be left with only one option. That's how you make an actual decision. So it looks like we're either communicating about a decision here at the end of April 2021, or you're trying to figure something out, trying to gain some clarity about making a decision. This can be the sword you would use to sever a relationship. It could be the sword you would use to sever something in your life that's not in balance. Some sort of decision being made here. We have a Page of Cups right under that. This, again, pages are messengers. Cups are about love and emotions. So this is news and messages of love and emotions. This would be like maybe an apology. This could be the expressing of feelings, talking to each other about how you feel about something, trying to figure out what to do here. It looks like you guys might be on a break right now, might be on a pause. Both of you are taking a look at this, trying to figure out, do I continue investing here? The card right under that is Judgment, which is about making a final decision. It's about casting your own final verdict and judgment on a situation. Now, sometimes this can also be a card of second chances, as in resurrection, calling something back from the grave, bringing it back to life, transforming it in a way it's not going to be the same again. Okay, now to clarify this Page of Swords, this news and messages, this communication, this trying to figure something out, we have the Four of Coins, the Fool, and the Five of Wands. Now, this Four of Coins is Capricorn energy. This is an energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. Next, we have the Fool. This is card 0 of the Major Arcana, the very first card of the Major Arcana, the first card of the Tarot deck. This 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything all at the same time. So this represents a new beginning in something. This represents taking that blind leap of faith. It's about not needing to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before you guys take the first step. Not needing to know what the outcome is going to be before you take the first step. It's about having that blind faith to just say screw it and leap off the cliff and worry about figuring out how to grow wings on your way down, figuring this out as you move along. So I'm getting the impression that neither one of you actually wants to let go of this connection here. Possibly considering taking the leap of faith and starting back over at the beginning here is what it kind of looks like. But then we have this Leo energy of the Five of Wands here. This is, fives are conflict. Wands are about passion and desire. So this represents a conflict in your desires, a conflict internally about what it is that you actually want. This is like an internal game of tug of war where a piece of you is pulling this way and a piece of you is pulling this opposite way. It's almost like a piece of you is wanting to sever this connection and another piece of you doesn't want to let go of this connection. So this is some sort of an internal conflict, some internal struggle where you're pulling yourself in multiple directions all at the same time. Now again, this is mutual energy between the both of you, so this energy is affecting you both in some way. Now that's the mutual energy. Let's take a look at your energy, Scorpio, because at the end of April 2021, you have the Two of Cups, you have Strength, and the Nine of Coins. Now, I'm a Scorpio rising myself, Scorpio Uranus. I'm actually a Leo Sun, but I'm a Scorpio rising here. This Two of Cups is Cancer energy. This is a love connection between the two of you. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in. We're connected, but it's a two. And in tarot, twos represent needing to make some sort of a choice. So it looks like we've got some sort of a decision being made here in terms of this connection. Trying to figure out what to do about that, trying to get the clarity on this. Do I sever this? Do I end this? Do I continue holding on tightly? Trying to figure that out. Is this worth investing in, or continuing to invest in, or reinvesting in, whatever the case may be for you? Or is it time for me to cut my losses here and move on? So tell me more about this Two of Cups for Scorpio, please. Why is this Two of Cups here for Scorpio at the end of April 2021? Get one more for Scorpio, please. That one? Okay, thank you. Well, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords again. Same card that's the overall energy of the reading. This is Libra energy. Again, this is about taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break, choosing to go internal to heal something, or choosing to go internal in an attempt to figure something out, to figure out what to do moving forward from here. We've got the Three of Wands right underneath that. This is Aries energy. This is about being at the beginning stages of manifesting something. In the Two of Wands, you're like at this fork in the road, a crossroads, like a decision point about which path leads you to the world that you really want, and which path do you need to leave behind. Well, in the Three of Wands, that decision has already been made. You've chosen your path that leads you to the world you want, and you've actively started taking steps down that path. And you have this positive expectancy that something good is going to come out of the path you've chosen. It just hasn't shown up yet. It hasn't materialized in this physical 3D reality we live in just yet, and you're still waiting on that to happen. So this is an energy of you waiting on something, but having a positive expectancy that something good is going to come out of that. And we've got Strength right underneath that, Leo energy. It's also the very next card in your energy here for April 2021. This tells me that you're going through some sort of a difficult, hard to deal with type of a situation right now, and it's requiring you to dig down deep and tap into your inner strength in order to make it through this. Having the courage to summon your, or having the ability to summon your inner courage, dig down deep for that. It's telling me you have the inner strength to make it through this. You have the courage to make it through this. Now, this can also be an energy of you trying to rein yourself in, as in trying to hold yourself back, not let yourself do anything too hasty or too harsh, not wanting to mess anything up, not let your emotions get the best of you, you trying to rein yourself in terms of that. So it can be any of those things. But to clarify this Two of Cups, this decision in this love connection, we have the Moon, we have the Magician, and we have the Lovers. So we got three major arcana cards here to clarify this decision about this love connection. So this is clearly a powerful love connection that you're involved in. It looks to me like you guys are definitely on a break right now, and you're waiting for some clarity on this. You're waiting to make a decision about, do I continue on in this? Do I continue moving forward in this connection, putting my time, effort, and energy in? Do I keep holding on to this, or do I let go and move on? So to clarify this Two of Cups, we got the Moon. This represents fears, worries, anxiety. It can even represent something being hidden in the dark, as in something you don't see, something you don't know about, potentially some secret being kept. It could be that. Now, the way these cards are laid out in the mutual energy between the two of you, we have the Page of Swords directly in line with the Fool. Now, this can represent an energy of spying on someone, as in like keeping tabs on them, scoping out their social media pages, driving past their house, driving past where they work, asking people about them, doing your due diligence in trying to figure this other person out. This can even represent you getting news and messages from some other person about your person. We have the Fool right under that. Sometimes this can represent an energy of risk-taking, like taking risks outside of the connection. It's possible that you are either trying to figure out how to take the leap of faith forward with this person, or it's even possible that you got some news and messages about your person taking risks outside of this connection, which could be why you're on a break. It could be why we're seeing this choice in this love connection here. That could actually be what is causing the fears, worries, and anxieties. Could be what's hidden in the dark. Could be something that you don't quite know about. This could just represent anxiety, fears, and worries about this connection here. About, do we take a break here? Do we cut this off? Do we continue moving forward? It could just be the uncertainty about that. The next card to clarify that Two of Cups is the Magician. Card 1 of the major arcana. So we've got card 0 and now card 1. This is a master manifester. This is like the Mac Daddy master manifester of the whole tarot deck. He's got all the tools, abilities, resources. He's got everything he needs to manifest or create from nothing whatever it is his will desires. He's got all 4 aces right here with him. So he's got the power to make whatever world he wants. This tells me that you're actively manifesting something, or something is actively being manifested in this connection here. Next we have the Lovers, which the card we're clarifying is the Two of Cups. This is the minor arcana version of this Lovers card. This is Gemini energy. This is a very powerful love connection. These are divine feminine, divine masculine energy, divine counterparts. These are 2 people who are probably supposed to be together. So it's almost like you've got this strong connection, obviously, here. You're trying to make some sort of a decision. You've got some fears, worries, anxieties. Possibly what's hidden in the dark is what to do about this connection. Having that figured out. You've got an internal conflict going on. It's almost like a piece of you wants to hold on, a piece of you wants to just jump and move on. And you've got fears, worries, and anxieties. Possibly what's hidden in the dark is that decision about what to actually do. But it looks like you're trying to manifest this love connection at the same time, which could be part of this internal conflict. Now, the next card in your energy, Scorpio, is Strength. Again, second time we've seen this. This is Leo energy. And again, this tells me that this is a very difficult situation for you. You're being required to dig down deep and tap into your internal strength in order to even make it through this. Now, it's telling me you have the inner strength to make it through it. You've got the courage to face your fears and make it through this. This could also be you trying to rein yourself in and hold yourself back. We see this 5 of Wands energy here, both Leo energies. 5s represent conflict, so you could be trying to rein yourself in, trying to not let your emotions get the best of you here and not mess anything up. So tell me more about this Strength card for Scorpio here at the end of April 2021, please. Why is Strength here? Why is Strength here? Let's get one more. Thank you. On the bottom of the deck, there's that Ace of Swords again, the sword of victory, the sword of truth, the sword of clarity, the sword you would use to make a decision, possibly the sword you would use to sever a relationship or to sever something in your life that's not in balance. We have Judgment right underneath that. Again, this is a card of making a final decision. It's about you passing your own final verdict and judgment on a situation. Or, like I said, it can be a card of second chances, as in resurrection, bringing something back to life, calling it back from the grave. So to me, this feels like you're in the process of making some sort of a difficult decision here. And again, you're not quite sure what to do. A piece of you wants to cut this off. Another piece of you wants to hold on to this. And you can't quite figure out exactly what to do just yet. To clarify strength for you, Scorpio, we have Justice, the World, and the King of Coins. Now, we've got a lot of major arcana cards out here. I've got one in the mutual energy between the two of you, but I just got 3 of them to clarify your first card in your energy. And now I just got 2 more here to clarify the second card in your energy, which is also a major arcana card. So you've got 6 major arcanas in your energy right now, and only 3 minor arcanas so far. So this is very potent energy, very significant energy that you're dealing with here. This Justice card is the Libra major arcana card. This is a card of balance. It's about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing. This card is about severing things in your life that aren't in balance, so balance can be restored and the right, fair, just thing can happen. So this is like you trying to have the internal strength to balance this out, but at the same time trying to not let your emotions get the best of you and make sure you're doing the right thing, not acting like out of emotion and haste and aggression almost and making the wrong decision. It's about you trying to be very fair and balanced in this, probably trying to restore the balance in this connection. Next we have the World. This is the final card of the major arcana, card 21. This card represents the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac, so Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. This represents the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a beautiful new cycle. Now we've got the very first card of the major arcana out here in the mutual energy, and the very final card of the major arcana out here in your energy. So this represents a complete cycle from beginning to end in this connection. So maybe this is telling me that this time where you're trying to figure out what to do here, you're finally going to get some clarity on that and be able to make a decision. This whole time for being blind in this and trying to figure out how to balance it is coming to an end, and a new beginning, a new cycle is about to begin here. Looks like a cycle related to the King of Coins. This is Virgo energy. This is someone who's very stable, abundant, prosperous, generous, kind. This is about stability. The King of Coins is who builds the 10 of Coins. Now we saw that 7 of Coins energy here in the overall energy of the reading. Is this going to turn into the 10 of Coins that I want? Should I continue investing here, or is it time to cut my losses and move on? You're in a period of contemplating that type of stuff, and it looks like we're starting a new cycle that has a lot of stability, a lot of abundance involved in it. The King of Coins is who builds that 10 of Coins. This is usually someone who is involved in a business, someone who's good at managing assets and resources, good at building things, good at creating empires, someone who's got some kindness and some generosity to them. Now the final card in your energy here for the end of April 2021, Scorpio, is the 9 of Coins. This is more Virgo energy. This is the singles card. This is with you, without you, in spite of you. I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm prosperous in my own right. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need someone to take care of me in this physical 3D reality. I've got that stuff all in the bag. I've got my money and my finances right. I've got my physical 3D reality very stable, and I'm good all on my own. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be all on your own. It just means if it comes down to it, you're totally capable of doing this all by yourself. So tell me more about this 9 of Coins for Scorpio here at the end of April 2021, please. Why is the 9 of Coins here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, there's that 4 of Swords again. Again, that's the overall energy of the reading. Libra energy of choosing to go internal to heal something, or choosing to go internal to do some thinking about something, trying to figure out what to do moving forward. We've got that 3 of Wands again, Aries energy. the beginning stages of manifesting something. We've got the Magician in your energy, the Master Manifester. You're at the beginning stages of manifesting what looks to be your own personal stability. This is the Singles card, like I said, this is about your own personal stability, your own abundance, you taking care of yourself, like reaping the benefits of the work that you've put in on something. And it looks like you're waiting for that to manifest, or you're waiting for this figuring out process to be over, because like I said, you look to be internally conflicted about what to do. Do I hold on? Do I take the leap of faith with this person? Do I cut my losses and move on? Right after this Three of Wands, this energy of waiting on something to happen, we have the Tower. This is card 16 of the Major Arcana. This is usually a scary card for most people. It represents a very abrupt change in something, an abrupt shift, like a foundation rocking event. After a Tower moment happens, nothing is the same again. Now this is card 16 of the Major Arcana. In numerology, you would take the 16 and you would add that 1 and 6 together to get 7. 7 is the number of the divine. So this represents the divine stepping in and removing a structure from your life that's not serving you, that's not to your best benefit, that's not where you're supposed to be. The question most people ask when they run into a Tower moment is like, why is this happening to me? And it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, hence the divine making it happen. So even though it may feel like a hard thing to go through right now, it's actually to your benefit. Usually when you have a Tower moment, it's because the universe or source or spirit or however you want to look at that has given you clues along the way, like, dude, come on, you need to move on. This is not where you're supposed to be. But we're stubborn as human beings, so we often don't listen. And at a certain point, they get tired of dealing with that. So they just step in and they knock the Tower down for us. And they give us no choice. They kind of force our hand into moving along. So that looks like it could be what's happening here. We have the Six of Cups right under that, Scorpio energy. This is a card of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days, the way it used to be. This can even represent someone from the past making a comeback. I'm feeling like this is like you're trying to figure out what to do. You're waiting on those answers to come to you. And when they finally do, it causes some sort of a Tower moment in this connection here. And now you're left thinking about the past, as in the past of this connection. To clarify this Nine of Coins, this singles energy of being totally okay all on your own, we got the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the High Priestess. Now the Four of Wands is Aries energy. Fours are about stability. So this is stability of the home life, stability of the family life, stability of the connection between the two of you. These Four Wands represent 1111, which is on my shirt. It's the number of manifestation. We've seen the Magician out here. He's got all 4 aces. He's card 1 of the Major Arcana. The aces are the ones of the 4 suits. There's 4 aces. 11, 11. These represent the 4 aces here. These represent the 4 aces, like manifestation of something. This is actually a card of celebration, like celebrating something that you've been trying to manifest actually showing up in the physical 3D reality. We've got this Three of Wands here. You've made your decision about what leads you to the world you want. And you have a positive expectancy. It's something good's coming out of that decision. Something good is coming out of the path you've chosen. It just hasn't materialized in the physical 3D reality yet. Well, now you've got the very next card. It has materialized, and it's got some stability behind it, so much so that it's worth celebrating. Next, we have the Seven of Wands. This is more Leo energy. It's about defending your position on something, defending your stance on something, being willing to fight for what it is that you want, fight for what you desire. which seems to be stability. It seems like you want some stability. This is a very stable and abundant energy. This card is about stability because it's a 4. We've got this King of Coins out here, someone who's very stable, abundant, prosperous. Looks like you're willing to fight for that. Fight for the stability, fight for what it is that you want. And the final card to clarify that 9 of Coins is the High Priestess, card 2 of the Major Arcana. So now we've got card 0, card 1, and card 2 of the Major Arcana, all right out here, most of it in your energy. This one is the only one that's not, and it's in the shared energy between the both of you. The High Priestess is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness. So she's got access to all the information you and I as humans don't have access to. She can go back and forth behind that curtain anytime she wants to. The problem with her is she doesn't always clue us in on all this information. She doesn't tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff that we're not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff that we don't need to know until it's time for us to know it. At which point, she'll clue you in through your intuition, through gut feelings, through signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages in them, some sort of intuitive hits. Now, she can represent things that you don't know, secrets. The Moon card can represent something being hidden in the dark, something you don't know about. When I have both of them, this is telling me that there's definitely something that you don't know about, something that you don't see. And I've got the Justice card out here. And if you look on this card, in most tarot cards with Justice, there's a blindfold on the person in the card. In this card, there's no blindfold because his eyes are physically sealed shut. He can't open his eyes. They don't work. So this is telling me that you have something here that you can't quite see. Now, this is also, like I said, card 2 of the Major Arcana. It's obvious we have a decision going on here. 2s in tarot are about decisions. She rules over all the 2s in the deck. Your very first card in your energy is the most important card. And for you, it's a 2. It's the 2 of Cups. A decision to be made about this love connection. She rules over this decision. So this is telling me you're getting intuitive hits, gut feelings, divine guidance, signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages of some sort, intuitive hits about what to do in this connection. And it looks like you're ending the cycle of trying to balance this all out and moving forward into a new cycle where you're single and stable and abundant and prosperous all on your own, fighting for the stability that you want and being divinely guided to do that. Now that's your energy. Let me scoot this over and get some more room here. Let's take a look at your person's energy, Scorpio, because in their energy we have the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Swords usually aren't such a great sign in a love reading. We've got a sword for the overall energy of the reading. We've got a sword for the mutual point of interest between the 2 of you. And now in your person's energy, I've got 2 out of the 3 cards are swords here. This 9 of Swords is Gemini energy. This is fears, worries, anxieties, much like this Moon card that we saw in your energy. This is an energy of thinking about something over and over and over again to the point that it's to your person's detriment. It's actually starting to physically stress them out, thinking about something with so much fear and worry behind it. This is a card of like mental anguish about something. So tell me more about this 9 of Swords for Scorpio's person here at the end of April 2021, please. Let's get 2 more on this 9 of Swords. Oh, shit. Let's get 1 more on this 9 of Swords for Scorpio's person, please. Okay, we will take it. Good Lord. Yep. I'll be dang. Yep. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Coins. This is the slowest moving knight in the whole tarot deck. It's this slow forward moving energy, slow, methodical, one foot in front of the other, not being in a big hurry, not being in a rush. The bad thing about the Knight of Coins is he's so slow. It seems like progress isn't even happening. Even though it is, it's just happening really slow. The good thing about the Knight of Coins is when he finally does show up, he's got the real deal. He's carrying the Ace of Coins, which is the seed that has the potential to grow into that 10 of Coins that we all want. What this feels like to me is your person is thinking about this whole situation. Again, we're in this taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. It looks like both of you are contemplating, do I move forward with this? Do I try to resurrect this, or do I just call it over with? Both of you are in that state of mind here. Both of you are internally conflicted about what to do. Both of you want to hold on, and at the same time, both of you want to just take the leap of faith somewhere else. It's what it looks like. Your person's thinking about it to the point that they're stressed out. To me, this feels like it's saying that progress is happening too slow for their taste. Like this isn't happening quickly enough. From their point of view, it may feel like no progress is happening, which could be what's got them thinking about this so much that they're stressing themselves out. To clarify that 9 of Swords, we got the 8 of Swords, the Devil, the Hanged Man, and the 2 of Wands. Now, when I was doing the little intro at the very beginning of this reading and I had those 2 cards jump out, they were the 2 of Cups, which is the first card in your energy, and the 8 of Swords, which is the first clarifier for the first card in your person's energy. So these cards clearly jumped out for a reason. This 9 of Swords is thinking about it with a lot of fears and worries behind it to the point that it's stressing him out. This 8 of Swords is thinking about it over and over and over and over again on this repeating loop in their mind, not being able to shut their mind up about it. They're not sure what the safe step to take is in this situation, and they're feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked because of that. The next card out is the Devil. Capricorn energy. I guess I didn't tell you this is Gemini energy as well. So we've got the 8 and the 9 of Swords here. Both not very positive energies at all. This Devil energy is definitely not positive. Capricorn energy, this is a heavy toxic energy. This can represent addiction. This can represent obsession. It could be a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like there's something that they can't escape. What this is feeling like to me is obsessive thinking. We've got that 8 and 9 of Swords here, like thinking about something over and over and over again. This is also about being afraid to face the situation for what it is, which is what's causing all the fear. Man, these 2 cards together, especially this close together, can definitely represent obsessive thinking about something. Now, this can also be an element to your person's shadow. It could be a piece of themselves that they don't like, that they don't want you to see, they don't want other people to see. Hell, they don't even want to look at it themselves. You see how the Fool here has his head buried, is afraid to look at the situation. We've got the Fool in the mutual energy between the 2 of you. That's him in the cage, trapped by the Devil. Now, like I said, this can represent risk-taking. This can definitely be a risk-taking type of an energy that's causing problems. This can be your person took a leap of faith outside of the connection that's caused problems, and now they're trapped by their own making. That's the thing about the Devil energy. It only really has the power over a person that the person gives to it by being afraid to face the situation. Usually this is like a self-imposed cage that someone has made for themselves. They're not really trapped. If you notice on the card, the chains the Devil's holding aren't connected to the Fool. They're connected to the cage. The cage door is wide open. If he would just have the courage to face his fears for a minute, to look at the situation for what it really is, he'd see that he's only stuck in this cage because he's choosing to stay there. He could just get up and walk out, but he's not doing that. I feel like your person is in a cage of their own creation here. The next card to clarify that 9 of Swords is the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy. This is progress being halted, no forward movement in this connection, things being stagnant. The Hanged Man, though, is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from different perspectives than he would normally look at things from. Different points of view, different angles, and he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out what to do moving forward. We've got that as the overall energy, going internal to think about something, to figure out what to do moving forward. And then we come to this Two of Wands. Aries energy. This is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads for your person. It's a decision point for them. And it's a decision about which path leads them to the world that they actually want and which path do they need to leave behind in order to get there. The next card in your person's energy here at the end of April 2021, Scorpio, is the Three of Cups. Now this is usually, it's Cancer energy, but it's usually an energy of reconciliation, like being reunited and celebrating. However, sometimes this card can represent a third-party love scenario because we've got 3 cups of love in this picture. So it could mean either of those two things. Like I've said from the beginning, someone could have taken a leap of faith outside of this connection, which caused the conflict. This caused a conflict for sure. Now we've got a choice being made in this connection, something that's hidden in the dark from you that you couldn't see, some secret being kept. Got the Lovers card out here with the Magician manifesting the lovers. Now this can also represent a decision to be made between lovers. And that could be why it's such a difficult situation for you to deal with that's requiring internal strength. We've got Justice out here, the card of balance. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing, but sometimes this card can mean something unfair happened to you. And that caused the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle that's based on your own stability. That's pretty much what the next column of cards said. You being concerned about your own stability and being willing to fight for that and being divinely guided, intuitively guided by that. And Scorpio is the most intuitive sign in the whole zodiac. So it's not surprising to me that the High Priestess has shown up for you out here. But this Three of Cups can represent reconciliation energy, or it can represent that third cup of love being involved. So tell me more about this Three of Cups for Scorpio's person, please. Why is this Three of Cups here for Scorpio's person? Let's get one more, please. Okay. Okay, I see now. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Coins. Again, slowest moving knight in the deck. That's twice we've seen this on the bottom of the deck for your person's energy here. This isn't happening quickly enough for their taste. This is slow and steady wins the race, but I'm feeling strongly like that's what's causing your person to be stuck in their head so bad about this. We've got, from their point of view, there is no forward movement here. There actually is forward movement. It's just not happening very quickly. To clarify this Three of Cups, I'm feeling like this is not third-party energy anymore. I'm feeling like this is reconciliation. To clarify that, we have Judgment, the Eight of Coins, and the Knight of Cups. Now, Judgment, again, is passing their own final verdict and judgment on something, making some sort of a final decision. But really, to me, this is feeling like a second chance, like resurrection, trying to call this back from the grave, trying to bring this back to life. So we've got 2 cards in a row that can be reconciliation energy here. We've got them taking a pause, trying to figure something out, trying to heal from something, taking stock of the situation, trying to decide, is this going to turn into what I want, or should I cut my losses and move on? And that third card down is Judgment, which can definitely be reconciliation energy, second chances, resurrecting it from the grave. The card right under that is the Eight of Coins, the card of work, being willing to put the work in, put in the time, effort, and energy on resurrecting this, on getting that second chance, on making it work this time. Which is very synchronicity-like here, because right after this Judgment card, to clarify the Three of Cups, we have that 8 of coins again. So that's twice in a row now. I've got those cards right back to back. Again, putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy on resurrecting this connection, on trying to bring it back to life. Or at the very least, they're willing to put in the work on that. The final card to clarify that 3 of Cups is the Knight of Cups. Knights are action takers. Cups are about love and emotions. So this is actions toward love and emotions. Romantic gestures, love offers, taking some sort of romantic, loving action in your direction. So your person is definitely wanting to do that, and they're stuck in their head about it. Probably obsessively grinding on why is this stuck. Like, there's that decision, this crossroads, and it looks like they've made their decision too, and they're deciding that they want to reunite with you and that they're willing to put the work in on this, and they're probably going to come toward you with a love offer about that. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck with this slowest moving knight in the deck, progress isn't happening quickly enough for their taste. The very next card down is the Knight of Swords. We got the slowest knight in the deck and the fastest knight in the deck. This is like rushing forward, speaking the truth, rushing forward, taking rapid, decisive action on something. So they're wanting this to move a lot faster than it's actually moving, and that is part of what's got them stuck in their head about it here. They don't want to let go of you, and they're internally conflicted here. And they're fearful and worried that this isn't going to move forward. The final card in your person's energy for April 2021 is the 2 of Swords, Libra energy. Again, with the 2s, I've got a 2 of Cups in your energy. I've got the 2 of Wands out here in theirs. Now the 2 of Swords. We've got the High Priestess showing up in your energy. She rules over all of these 2s in the deck. This is a decision needing to be made. Only it's not being made, either because they don't have enough information to make the decision, there's something they can't see, hence that blindfold, or there's something that they just don't want to look at, almost like being in denial about something, and that's preventing them from making a decision. So tell me more about this 2 of Swords for Scorpio's person here in April 2021, please. Why is the 2 of Swords here? Let's get one more on the 2 of Swords, please. Thank you. Wow, that's pretty unheard of. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Coins again. So out of all three cards that I've clarified for your person, I've had the Knight of Coins on the bottom of the deck all 3 times. Slowest moving knight in the deck. This is telling me progress isn't happening fast enough for their taste. Got that Knight of Swords right under it again. They want it to be going a lot faster than it is going, and it's not. I think what they can't see about this decision is that progress is happening. From their point of view, it feels like no progress is happening at all, when in fact it actually is. It's just not happening quickly like they want it to. Yeah, the very next card down is that 3 of Wands. They're waiting on this to happen. They're waiting on a decision to be made about this connection. It looks like it's your decision to be made, and they're waiting on it, stuck in their head, worrying about what is it that you're going to decide. Which path are you going to choose to go down here in this connection? What they're waiting on is this Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love and emotions. This is like starting over at square one in this connection. They're waiting on that decision to come through. To clarify that 2 of Swords, we have the 8 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 4 of Swords. Now this 8 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. This is the second fastest moving energy in the whole tarot deck. It's second only to the Chariot card, which is a major arcana Cancer card. This is Sagittarius energy. It's rapid back and forth passionate communication, rapid forward movement, rapid forward progress on something that your person has a lot of passion and desire for. Got this slowest moving knight in the deck and 2 really, really fast moving energies here. with an energy of them waiting on this Ace of Cups, this new beginning in love and emotions. And right under that, I've got the second fastest moving knight in the deck. So this is about your person waiting on this decision to be made, things going much, much too slow for their taste. They're wanting this to be a lot faster than it actually is. The next card we have to clarify that Two of Swords is the Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. This can be the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Destiny, so it can represent a fated event. It can represent a change in luck and fortune. It can represent the universe turning this wheel in the background, trying to make sure things line up the way they're supposed to, so that what's supposed to happen actually does happen. This feels like divine timing to me. It's like your person is wanting this to go faster than it is, and it's not. This represents that what's going to happen is going to happen, and there ain't shit they can do about it. And it's going to happen whenever it's going to happen. Whenever it's supposed to is when it's going to happen. There's nothing they can do to speed this up. And that's leaving them in this Four of Swords energy, which again is the overall energy of this whole reading. Libra energy, choosing to go internal, taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Scorpio love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.